Hey, what's up, D&G? It's Matt, and we're finally in the NFL season, preseason week one. I'm gonna do a few predictions, all the predictions of week one for you. And I'm sorry, I'm like hesitating. I just tried to record this 7,000 times, but my mic was having issues. We're gonna see how it does now. I tested it. It seemed fine, but it was like buzzing every time I did this. So I'm just gonna do a speed picks for you, and next week it won't be like this, but I gotta get going. I'm pretty late on uploading this. It's gonna be uploaded tomorrow night, but it's like 3 in the morning and I have work, so we're gonna get this done. Here we go. Washington football team versus Patriots. I got the Patriots because of Mac Jones and team chemistry. Boom. Next up, you got Battle of Philadelphia. The Steelers versus the Eagles. I like the Eagles. Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith. Obviously, these are all going to be backups. Most of them will be backups, so it's going to be a lot of experimenting, if you will. Titans versus Falcons. I almost said Packers. I don't know why. I got Kyle Pitts and Falcons. Titans are a good team, but they're not going to have their starters. So Bills versus Lions. I think Bills are just a better team. They drafted Penny Sewell. We'll see how that goes with their offense in the regular season. But I do like the Bills. And the Nickelodeon valued player, of course. Next up, Cowboys and Cardinals. I didn't like what I saw in the Hall of Fame game, and they're going to be running that all preseason probably. So give me the Cardinals. Next up, we got the Dolphins versus Bears. I like the Bears with Justin Fields and Allen Robinson more than Tua and Jalen Waddle. I know that's a pretty hot take, but Allen Robinson has the experience. Jalen Waddle might not. Next up, we got the Broncos versus the Vikings. I like Justin Jefferson. I think he'll be in this game. And I like the defense from the Vikings. And I don't trust that offense with the Broncos, even with Bridgewater or Locke. I just can't see it. A lot of people said they'd make the playoffs. I think that's a little weird. I can't see any of them making the playoffs with that offense. It's just awful. The only time you'll probably win games is because people aren't used to the Denver altitude. So I'll give Vikings W, sorry. Next up, we got the Saints versus the Ravens. I expect J.K. Dobbins to have a huge game against Jameis Winston and or Taysom Hill. Next up, we got the Cleveland Browns versus the Jaguars. If you ask me, Cleveland's a little overrated. They're not like they're not a bad team. They're above average. They're not a top team though. They're pretty solid at every position, but they won't have those starters. And I mean, you could go on with the Jaguars. They got Urban Meyer, Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, Tim Tebow. Give them. Duval County. Next up, Battle of New York. Battle of the MetLife Stadium. Actually, you got the Jets versus the Giants. I'm gonna go with the new Zach Wilson and Elijah Vera Tucker. Next up, we got my team, the Cincinnati Bengals, versus the Super Bowl champions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have their 22 starters back. They're not going to use all of them in the preseason. I actually trust the Brandon. Joe Burrow's not going to play in the preseason. I already know that. Or a lot of people said he wasn't, so I trust that fully. And I'm gonna go with Brandon Allen and Auden Tate, who never misses a catch. Most underrated wide receiver who isn't played that much. And CJ Uzomah, I expect to be in this game too. So, I mean, they got good rookies, but I think we have the experience of being backups. So I think they'll win that. Texans versus Packers. The Texans are in shambles. I mean, the Packers could bring out their third strings of offensive, defense, special teams, like for all I care, and they will still win. The Texans are just they have no one, and if Deshaun Watson doesn't play, they most definitely have no one. Packers easily. Next up, Chiefs versus 49ers, a Super Bowl rematch, Super Bowl 54, I believe. And obviously they have Trey Lance, right? But I think Chiefs have the experience. And Trey Lance or Jimmy Garoppolo, whoever plays this game, is going to ball out. So I will go with the Chiefs, of course. Seahawks versus Raiders. I'll be honest. I don't know who. I can't name a single player who's going to guarantee playing this game. I can't. Uh, to be honest, I'm going to just go with the better organization, the smarter organization, the Seahawks. They've had more successful runs. I'll go for them for the win. I don't know if Derek Carr is going to be in this game. I don't think he will. Maybe Marcus Mariota. So, Seahawks. All right, last two games will be on Sunday. First two will be on Thursday, which will be tonight when this video is uploaded. But for Sunday, you got the Chargers versus the LA Rams. Battle of LA, Battle of SoFi State. Well, it's not Battle of SoFi Stadium. Why don't they both have SoFi Stadium if they both have MetLife? Jets and Giants. I don't know, but yeah, it's going to be at SoFi Stadium, of course. You got Matthew Stafford and a decent defense, regardless if there's a few backups. Give me Rams. I know Justin Herbert is good, right? I think this game will be, maybe the closest game of the preseason. I think the Rams will get it. Last up, the Panthers versus the Colts. Hearing from the Colts, the Carson Wentz and Quentin Nelson news. They were going to use Carson Wentz in the preseason for sure to get the chemistry going. But now that's not a thing anymore. And Colts are just really looking in shambles. They're almost looking as bad as the Eagles in regular season. Like they might really fall flat. They had a lot of hype and expectation too from the fans. It feels bad to be a Colts fan. It really does. So I'll go with the Panthers here and whatever the backups they have. I trust them more. I think the Colts are just in a black hole right now, and it's not the old Raiders Stadium. So, yeah, those are my pick'ems, guys. Let me know your favorite team is down below in the comments. And thanks for watching. I will see you next week. All season long, baby.